very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the Friday night edition of the show. It's the last session of the program for the week, but we are going to make sure that you enjoy every bit of it as we prepare for a weekend where a lot is lined up for lovers of football, particularly football on the foreign scene. It's a weekend that you look forward to the FA Cup final in England easily. One glamorous event that you look forward to seeing every year. And of course, the challenge and the prayer is that one day the Nigerian version, which is our own Federation Cup, will generate as much excitement, as much glamour as we see in England. The final this year will be between Arsenal and All City. Huge Nigerian interest in All City. Omashone Aluko. We'll be keeping our eyes on him to see how well he performs for his club in the FA Cup final. For Arsenal fans, they will be hoping that they can turn things around and land their first trophy in 9 years. Welcome once again to Sports Tonight. My name is Tony Ibitoye. I'm not alone on the show tonight. Starting with me, Sisi is back and better, looking even more beautiful than before. She's on the show tonight. Sisi, happy to see you.
Thank you.
Back on Sports Tonight.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I know I see you once in a while in the mornings, but it's good to see you again on Sports Tonight.
Thank you for having me always.
And of course, Abbas, Saheed Abbas is also on the show. Good-looking young man as well, with plenty of fire in his bones. Saheed.
Yeah, it's nice being here again. Let's talk sports. Let's do it the way we know how to do it best.
That's it.
Yeah,
and where are you putting your money?
Well, let me say I put my money on Arsenal. I put my money on Arsenal. I put my money on Super Eagles winning the World Cup. Well,
we're not talking about World Cup now. We'll talk about World Cup later. But we'll talk more about that later on the show.
Dream.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later on the show. Apart from the FA Cup in England, there's also the German Cup final. The two big teams will be playing the final. That's Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. We'll talk about it. And of course, this weekend is the curtains will be drawn on the Spanish La Liga, and this is the title going right down to the final day, probably the final game, probably the final minute. We'll talk about it as well as on the program as we go along. And it's down to two teams, Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. Whoever wins will be champions. And if it's a draw, Atletico, who are the away team, will be smiling. All right, so there's plenty to look forward to on the program tonight. Let me also tell you that Tunde Ogunsheku, Joaquim Idada are going to be on the show later on. There's plenty to talk about bar sports, and we'll be taking a look at darts, we'll be taking a look at chess, a whole lot around darts and chess on the program tonight. That's the last part of the show. We've reserved the best for the last, if you ask me. All right, without wasting any more time, let's just go quickly to what we've lined up for you on the program tonight. And I tell you that tonight is one of those nights that we have to start on a very, very sober note. I mean, sometimes when things like this happen, you just do not know how to put yourself together to present a show, because we lost a gem, we lost a friend, we lost a man passionate about the game, passionate about Nigerian football, passionate about the Nigerian Premier League, former vice chairman of the Nigerian Premier League under Chief Yuki Obaseki, and former vice chairman under David Sinohumi and Victor Baribote, talking about Alhaji Shehu Guzo. That's the picture you're seeing on your screen. A very good friend of the house, watches us regularly, he's been on our show so many times, passed on this afternoon. He lost a battle to illness. He's been bedridden for a long time. We were hoping and praying that he will be able to bounce back and continue to contribute his quota to football development, to sports development in Nigeria, because he was also a zonal coordinator with the National Sports Commission. We were praying and hoping that he will be able to bounce back. But the sad story this evening, we've lost Alhaji Shehu Guzo, and very, very, very trying moment for his family, and his children and the wife and everybody that is close to Alhaji Shehu Guzo. They know one thing about him: honest man. I mean, I don't even know how to describe him. Very good friend, a personal friend, and I mean, football brought us together, but it's a pity Alhaji Shehu Guzo has passed on. We lost him earlier today, and we hope that God will give us the fortitude to bear that loss. All right, but be a part of what we're doing on the program tonight. You can also send your condolences to the family of Alhaji Shehu Guzo via our feedback tonight. That's what you're seeing on your screen. Give your opinion to the issues as we raise them on this program through feedback on our Facebook page, Channels iPhone Sports, and of course via Twitter at Channels_Sports, at Tony Bitoye. Those handles are there, working, active. Let's make it interactive, exciting as much as we can on Sports Tonight this Friday. Gentlemen, let's go on very quickly and take a look at these issues one after the other. Saeed, 26 days to go. 26 days to go. It's closing in on us already.
26 days to go, 26 days to the World Cup. Everybody's been talking about Brazil, both male and female, adults, young and old now. In fact, I can't even wait. The enthusiasm has been so much there now. Every country dropping their list. We talked about Argentina dropping their list, leaving the likes of Carlos Tevez there. Talked about France also dropping the likes of Sami Nasri. Talked about our own Super Eagles dropping the likes of Ike Uche. But I think notwithstanding, we should be expecting more from Brazil 2014. We have fantastic players there. We have the likes of Lionel Messi, the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo.
It doesn't even matter, Sisi. It doesn't even matter who you take to the World Cup.
Exactly.
It's about the World Cup as an event itself. I'm sure you're looking forward to it.
Yeah, exactly. If you check, Brazil actually opened something yesterday. That's how it's going to be. You know, the party is going to be as big as what they normally do every December, you know, when you have all the girls, the celebration and all that.
Yeah.
So it's really definitely going to be huge. Not minding what is happening around.
I believe that by the time the football begins and the Brazilians begin to win game after game.
I hope and pray so. Remember Confederations Cup, while the matches were ongoing, at the stadium, you still had some people actually, you know, the riot and all that was going on. But the good thing is that, you know, it's not violent. You know, that's the good thing. They're not going in hand, having to kill people and all that. It's just a normal protest. You know, economy not too good, health not too good and all that. But I believe and feel that the president would definitely want to address that, because nobody wants to come into a country where you have people protesting over what, you know, bad economy. So it's really not a good one for Brazil. But I just pray and hope that it's definitely going to be one of the best World Cup. They've actually promised that, you know, Jerome Vake has come up to talk about that, and even the president, of course, there was a time she actually visited the slums around, you know, the stadium and all that, just to show that at least she understands with them what they're feeling, the pain and all, and hopefully that the World Cup will bring something better to Brazil, not just the football itself, but something much more in terms of economic development.
All right, so everybody getting ready for Brazil. The pictures you are seeing on your screen are the pictures of Russia. They unveiled their squad, and I think Russia will be going to this World Cup. Probably, I'm not sure, the only country where all the players are based in their domestic league.
Yes.
I think England too.
Yeah.
Anybody from outside of England in the English team?
I don't think so.
Okay, no.
Okay, nobody. Everybody in Russia.
Everybody in Russia.
Everybody in the
in
Russian
England.
final squad is based in Russia.
That makes it beautiful.
Makes it beautiful. And they're going to be hosting the World Cup in 2018. So they really need to get their acts together and
not
use
forgetting
this.
there's great tourism in Brazil. So many side attractions there, apart from the football. I'm very sure the footballers there, they will enjoy themselves. And those going to Brazil also.
Buy your ticket already?
Well,
anyway, plenty of fun lined up in Brazil. But let's talk about the other side to the football. Sisi just hinted about it. Right now, there's going to be plenty of fun. I mean, the weather there will encourage you to go to the beach and enjoy yourself. There is a lot to look forward to in Brazil. But I want to talk about the music and talk about the official World Cup song put together. Just take a few minutes and relax and listen to the World Cup song, and then we will come back for more on Sports Tonight.